We go. 50, plant. 54. Mike, 54. Don't get nervous. Hit it.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, high 7, now.
2nd and 5. He'll get this to Eckler. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
You see it. 36.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Edelman. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go back to Murray on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Pick. Nice pick.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Battle forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 31, Wilson. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, slant route, caught by Edelman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Durham Harmon makes the tackle. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Battle. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. He's got his man. This is Tate. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. This is Carson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They go play action now. Wilson. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. Touchdown, Vikings. Demir Bird, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He finds Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing is Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Wilson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, and he finds the tight end, Reed. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A run, it's Murray, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Battle. He's going to air it out deep for Green. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This is Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Battle. And Robinson with a big catch. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Battle. And Tate's got it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. He'll buy some time right. He's going to air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch the shift. 61, matchbox, be driven.
Off the play fake. Battle. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chris Jones, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Battle. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown, 64 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Get ready.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Charlie. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Battle. He's going to let it. That's caught inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Looking to throw. Battle. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Back to throw. Battle to the goal line, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. Well, that's one part of the equation, puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Redskins' 28-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.